Vince-Vell Custom. Today I'm sharing with you a really fun project. This is something I'm actually working on while I sculpt statues. It is the Street Fighter Ken Pop Culture Shock Ken's Face Beat Up. Now, if you're a Street Fighter fan, you know that in Street Fighter Third Strike, whenever you would lose in like arcade mode, you would always get those pictures of you all beaten up. So basically, as you can see right here, this is Ken, that picture. It's on my computer screen, so it might be a little weird. But you can see he's all bloody and beat up and all that stuff. So, at night, when I have extra Avis, I basically just make sure, instead of like just letting it sit there and harden, kind of don't waste it, I always have like these extra projects. So for the past couple nights, I've been basically building up all this stuff on Ken's face. I got to do some sanding down and stuff, but basically I gave him this big huge knot on his cheek. I gave some big bumps over here, swollen eyes over here, and all this stuff. So you lose the eyebrow over here, which is kind of funny because in that picture you lose it. This right here is going to be like a bandage, and there's going to be a bandage on his nose, and I'll add all blood. So this is like kind of like a project where I'm kind of learning myself. I'm going to do some skin tones, but I'm going to add some like black and blue and you know, some blood. So it's kind of like I never really did a lot of that, but this is kind of a fun project to do it. And then when this is over, we'll just see if anybody wants it on eBay. But it's just if you're just a Street Fighter fan, it'd be kind of funny to have that beat up Ken head, and it's got the magnet under there. So I think the Ken heads are changeable. So basically what I'll do is I'll sand this down, and then we'll get a nice skin tone on it. The eyes are a little funky at the moment because of all the Avis on in there, but what I think I'm going to do is when I put the skin tone on there, I'm going to put some silly putty into the eyes. So I'm going to just leave them like that because it kind of looks like they're all messed up and everything. But as you can see, it's just all it's just funny. The reason why I'm doing this is because a lot of the statues and customs I had, this head's not in scale with a lot of the stuff, and I just kind of wanted to get it done and get it out there. But so, like I said, we'll be back after I get all the skin tones on him, and we'll start doing all a video basically of black and blue, adding some blood with some Tamiya clear red and stuff like that. So hopefully you guys will enjoy this video. It'll be a lot of fun. Alright guys, here's the Ken head. Basically what I did was I pretty much tried to match up the skin tone that was there from the factory, and I think I got it, but I just kind of painted the skin tone over and then sanded it all down. I needed to really fine tune it, and I didn't really want to prime it because there's really no need to prime it. The paint will pretty much stick to the Avis, and as long as you sand down the previous paint, it'll stick to that like you rough it up. So I'm just kind of keeping it the way. This is just a little fun project and just messing with it, not doing super serious, but we'll see what happens. So the next step now is I'm going to kind of try to match up the paint again. The eyes will close at the moment because there's some silly putty in there. I'm actually liking the way the eyes are closed up, so I might try to close this one up a little bit more. I'm not sure. We'll see. But this is pretty much where I'm at now and just having fun with it. So I'm going to do another coat, fine tune them up, and then get ready to start doing all the details of bruises and all that stuff. So we'll be back. Okay, so we pretty much got the head all set up. I matched it as best as I could with the paint that was still under here. It's not actually completely 100% close because I don't have the actual statue near me. I just have the head, so I'm just going off of what was painted under here because I already messed all that up. So basically here, I have a bunch of Garage Kits transparencies, and these transparencies are good for this type of stuff. So what we're going to do is we're going to, see, we have a tongue red here. So we're going to go with the tongue red first. My compressor's at pretty much like 15 psi, and then I have my Iwata HPCH, and then under here I can adjust the stuff. So it's pretty cool, a little bit low. We're going to just hit some areas under him. Getting all those swollen areas. A little heavy, but that's okay. Having fun with it. You only put like maybe a drop or two. Basically with the garage kit paints, you can pull off the cap and you can pour it back in there. Yeah, it gets a little messy on your hands, but this way you can save paints. We're gonna go with let's see, we'll get into the lavender. Get that little bit of a black and blue look going. The little lump is cracking me up there. It's really big, and I'm just a little spot dripped on there, but screw it. We're gonna not going blue. I'm going with lavender because lavender actually mixed with the red, getting that like black and blue skin tone type thing. Sorry, I find this friggin' hilarious. I'm a Street Fighter fan, and it's just funny making a beat up Ken face. That lump is really just exaggerated. It's just too funny. Too bad this wasn't a Ryu head. I could send it to my friend who plays Ryu. I'm leaving this part, the skin tone, because that's kind of like, it gives it that really crazy look. Yeah, I like the way the lavender's really bringing this together. Yeah, I messed up a little bit there, but that's okay. Alright, now we gotta get into this crevice in here. Wow, he really looks all mangled and beat up. Alright, let's see what else we can hit here. Not worried about splatters and stuff because that's actually kind of making it look kind of funny. Get under the eyes a little bit more. Now I think what I'll do is it's kind of hard to get into the crack and crevice and everything. What I can do is I can use a powdered brush after I kind of seal it up. This is going to be a bandage here, so let's get a little bit of a shadow under there. Well, alright, so since I screwed up on the lip a little bit, what we'll do is we'll get that out. And we'll use some bronze flesh. Just to kind of gives it a little bit of a black and bluish type look on the lip. Then maybe we'll hit this a little bit too. Wow, okay. Looks pretty mangled up. Let's see what happens when we turn this light off. You guys can get a And it's probably showing up in the camera really crazy, but it's actually not in person. It's just my camera. But let's put them up over here like this and see if we can get a better look. He's pretty banged up. Alright, so basically what we'll do is we'll set him up and we'll put some blood. Alright guys, so what happened was I pretty much clear coated it, but when I clear coated it, I sprayed it a little too close with the Texas dull coat and it kind of did some weird effects to it, but I actually like what happened, so it's kind of funny. Sometimes mistakes are fun. So basically, I took off the silly putty with the eyes, and I realized this eye was looking here and this one was looking there, so it was googly eyes. So basically, the point was I had to really fix them. So I said, I threw some Avis in this eye, as you can kind of see, and I airbrushed it. And actually, the Avis isn't dry; it's still wet because I was actually sculpting before I started doing this. I don't recommend you do that with a lot of statues. I only did this because this is all messy anyway. So that's just, I'm just leaving this for fun. I've done it in the past with small little areas where I threw on some Avis and I airbrushed over it while it was still wet, and the next day it was fine. I just, like I said, I don't recommend it. So basically now what we'll do is we'll do a fast video. I'm going to add blood. So basically a really fun way to do blood now. This is a clear red from Tamaya. The stuff is very thick, so I think this will actually work good for this statue. So we can do really thick blood from the nose and the lips and just have some fun with it. So we're going to get on to that now. Alright guys, here you go. This is the Bloody Ken face. So what I have to do next is some details, fixing up the hair, do the eyebrow, and that'd be pretty much it. So I'm going to let this sit overnight, probably seal it up tomorrow, and then we'll get back to it and finish him up. But if you can see, it just cracks me up. We got the funny band-aid, we got the thing over his nose, the big huge just bleeding, and just it's out there. But it's fun so far. So like I said, we'll let this set overnight and then I'll get back to it tomorrow and we'll go from there. Alright guys, here it is, the final beat up Ken heads for Pop Culture Shock Ken statue. You know, it's kind of a funny idea. I think it's just hilarious the way it came out. You know how like back in the day when Street Fighter, whenever you would lose, you'd always see the beat up version of yourself. So this is kind of more of the Third Strike version, so I think it's just hilarious. It's kind of like a cool like exclusive, you know, if you were to have like a statue and you like the character, but you really didn't like the character, so you want him in the beat up version. So here you go. And I just pretty much finished him up with the yellow paint on the hair, just give him that bright yellow hair, and he's all beat up. I mean, he looks like he looks like he got hit by a train. But hopefully you like the way he came out, and hopefully he goes into someone's collection down the line that enjoys a beat-up Ken statue. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.